Good morning, Your Honor. Mary Rubio on behalf of Mr. Geisig. I'm standing in for his attorney of record, David Burgess, with his permission. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
Please state your name.
Julie, you guys it?
All right. Counsel, he pled guilty. Let me just double check. I actually took a no contest plea. There was an indication that he couldn't remember anything. So he pled no contest. The charge was, I believe they pled this to, it was not taken under 771. They pled to attempt larceny on this, attempt larceny. So it's a 45-day. Have you had the opportunity to review the report with him, and are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
Your Honor, I did have the opportunity.
Can I ask a question? Were you the guy in front of me that pled on this?
Yeah, I'll play with this.
I know he usually wears his hair back. I've never seen it down. If that makes a difference, I don't know.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I did have an opportunity to review and go over the report with him. I will say that it does probably standard procedure here that obviously the criminal history is not included. It says it's attached. I know from speaking to Mr. Geisig, he just pled guilty to a Third Circuit probation. It's I believe a fraud case, and that was just last month that he pled guilty to that. And I'm sorry, I said probation, to a crime, and he was sentenced to 2 years probation. He will be reporting out of Lincoln Park. I just wanted to advise the court of that.
What case was that?
It was out of Third Circuit Court, and I think he said he was, I don't know if he pled guilty or was sentenced on February 21st. Sentenced on February 21st.
Okay, that's all from the September 23, 24 incident, though.
Yeah,
Sir.
I'm pretty sure.
Right?
Yeah,
I mean,
it had nothing to do with this.
Did you go get fingerprinted last time?
Yeah. Well, I got fingerprinted like the first court day I had.
Right. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, no, it's okay. But so there are no corrections or deletions or additions to be made on the report.
Anything you would like to say on his behalf?
Well, obviously he has had some significant transgressions, but I will state he is young. He has recently obtained a full-time job and will be starting that job next week. I am hopeful that this recent interaction with the courts, plural, will help get him on the right track. He is also living with his mother, and she is present in the courtroom.
I'm just troubled. You're the guy that was in front of me
Yeah.
with Mr. Burgess last time?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, that's okay. You just look a lot different to me.
Yeah, I do usually keep my hair up.
What?
My hair up.
Do you remember what we talked about last time?
Yes, sir.
What did we talk about?
I'm just I had put to this thing, and he was just like arguing with my lawyer. Like
Arguing with your lawyer.
I wouldn't know what to say, but
Well, let me let you know what happened.
Okay.
Mr. Burgess was insisting on a no contest plea on the basis that he lacked memory. There was a allegation. Let me rephrase that. There was a denial of him being under the influence of alcohol or drugs. First, they came in with a 771.1, which I'm not a very good judge if I take that with a guy of RNC motor vehicle. I don't care if it's under height or not. And then other felonies back in September And he's trying to tell me, your client here, which I'm not excited about, that he didn't remember. Now, anybody listening to the conversation that has gotten past 8th grade would recognize there's only one way. He's either lying to me about not being able to recall. Because he wasn't under the influence of alcohol or drugs. And this didn't happen back in 1986. It happened 4 months ago. Or he breaks in the cars all the time. Maybe he breaks into 19 cars a week. I don't know. Now, here's the good news, Mr. Geisig. I'm not arrogant enough to make up my own rules here. I'm not arrogant enough to do that. I'm not going to listen to lawyers either tell me somebody doesn't remember. I mean, that'd be like your client telling you it's 87 degrees out right now and you not questioning it. And then you coming in here and telling me it's 87 degrees out, Judge. So that was the issue. The bigger issue is I'm not going to hold this against you, because if you weren't telling me the truth, if you truly can't remember, you are on an escapade of stealing and breaking into cars unlike anybody. You understand what I'm telling you? Now, the good news is I'm going to assume you never broke into another car. You weren't convicted of anything else other than these things on your record. But I just get the feeling, and had the feeling then particularly, that you think this is some kind of a joke. Well, listen. Do I look like the kind of guy that's going to stand here idly by while somebody is telling me a lie and not call them on it? This isn't a bar. We're not talking about fish stories here. Whether the salmon was 19 inches, 2 inches, or 8 feet and 7 inches. So if you truly couldn't remember, you're going to end up, and I was the one, right? What did I tell you about going to check out Department of Corrections?
I'll be back in there.
Pardon?
I'll be back in there.
It's not going to take you till 2030. That's what I said that day, didn't I?
Yeah.
It's not going to take that long. You'll be there before then. If you have such little respect for the system and judges that you think you can come in here and tell me you don't remember something 4 months ago but weren't under the influence, you'll be there, but you'll be there in 15 months. So first, and he's right, first the argument with Mr. Burgess was, Judge, those were under, I don't care if they're under HIDA. I'm not going to take 19 cases under a deferral statute or under 771, particularly when they're of the same ilk, theft offenses. I'm not taking them under 771. Somebody doesn't like it, they could have run against me 5 times. I've been here since 1995. So you're getting the brunt, and I'm not directing any of this at you, but I want him to understand your client. And you can tell Mr. Burgess how I feel about this.
Absolutely. I understand, Judge.
I hope you do. And it's too bad that you're the one here, because I'd had a lot more to say.
I feel a little bit like I was a lamb sent to slaughter because I was not told about any of this ahead.
Well, because maybe it's something some people think they can do all the time. And maybe there's some judges that are going to buy it. I don't know. I'm not.
I respect the court's opinion, though. Thank you.
"12 months probation. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law or ordinance. You change your address, your place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You have to report as directed." Hang on 1 second. I'm in order that you attend the Positive Strategies program. Positive Strategies program with 8-week follow-up. No contact with Ronald Predholm. You're to obtain and maintain employment and provide proof. Now, I don't know why you're not working. You're not disabled, right?
No, I just got a job.
Well, you weren't working for 2 years, though. Hang on. $100 fines, 100 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment, 3 1/4. Probation fees are $240 for 565. Screening fees $60 for 625. Restitution is $200 for 825. Well, I hate to make it this much, but I don't really have any choice. I'll go $50 in costs. So 100 fines, 50 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment. So fines and costs are $275, screening fees $60 for 335, probation fees are $240 for 575, restitution of $200 for 775, $140 in court work program fees. You're going to serve 4 days on the court work program. Okay?
Yes, sir.
$915. All these fees are pretty much mandatory here. $915. If you violate, your probation could be revoked. You could be incarcerated for 45 days. You may be eligible for early discharge. You have 21 days to appeal and 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. Do you understand that? I hope you're listening to what I'm telling you.
Right.
Counsel, nice to have you here. Okay. Can he pay all of this today?
No, okay.
How much can you pay today?
Probably nothing.
It's because you haven't been working. I don't know. They only give us one of these things. I don't like the path you're taking. $30 a week you pay, and I'll start that beginning March the 28th. If you need more time, and you can tell them this is truthful counsel. All he has to do is call the court, go on Zoom on or before the due date, or come in here at 8:30 in the morning or before. On or before any due date. If I have to give him an extension 87 times, I'm fine with it. But he better not ignore me. You better straighten out your life.
Yes, sir.
Good luck. Thank you.
Appreciate this.
Thank you, counsel.
so much.
Nice to have you here.
Thank you.